Coming up on 5 Minute News. 8 dead in shooting at rail yard serving Silicon Valley. Biden orders more intel investigation of COVID-19 origin. And vaccine inequality in India sends many falling through gaps. It's Thursday, May 27. I'm Anthony Davis. An employee opened fire on Wednesday at a California rail yard serving Silicon Valley, killing 8 people before ending his own life, authorities said. The suspect was an employee of the Valley Transportation Authority, which provides bus, light rail, and other transit services throughout Santa Clara County, the most populated county in the Bay Area. The attacker was identified as 57-year-old Sam Cassidy, according to 2 law enforcement officials. Investigators offered no immediate word on a possible motive. The mass shooting took place around 6:30 a.m. at a light rail facility that includes a transit control center, parking for trains, and a maintenance yard. Sheriff spokesman Deputy Russell Davis said the attack also resulted in multiple major injuries. He did not know the type of weapon used, but said the victims included VTA employees. Authorities did not release any of the victims' names. Santa Clara County District Attorney Jeff Rosen said it was his understanding the shooting happened inside the VTA building during a morning meeting. A database compiled by the Associated Press, USA Today, and Northeastern University that tracks every mass killing over the last 15 years shows that the San Jose attack is the 15th mass killing so far in 2021, all of them shootings. 86 people have died in the shootings compared with 106 for all of 2020. It's the 6th mass shooting in a public place in 2021. The database defines mass killings as 4 people dead, not including the shooter, meaning the overall toll of gun violence is much higher when adding in smaller incidents. White House Deputy Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the administration was monitoring the situation in San Jose. She reiterated President Joe Biden's call for Congress to pass gun control measures. The US president on Wednesday ordered US intelligence officials to redouble their efforts to investigate the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic, including any possibility the trail might lead to a Chinese laboratory. After months of minimizing that possibility as a fringe theory, the Biden administration is joining worldwide pressure for China to be more open about the outbreak, aiming to head off GOP complaints that the president has not been tough enough, as well as to use the opportunity to press China on alleged obstruction. Biden asked U.S. intelligence agencies to report back within 90 days. He directed U.S. national laboratories to assist with the investigation and the intelligence community to prepare a list of specific queries for the Chinese government. He called on China to cooperate with international probes into the origins of the pandemic. Republicans, including former President Donald Trump, have promoted a conspiracy theory that the virus emerged from a laboratory accident rather than naturally through human contact with an infected animal in Wuhan, China. Biden, in a statement, said the majority of the intelligence community had coalesced around those 2 scenarios, but do not believe there is sufficient information to assess one to be more likely than the other. As the coronavirus tears through India, there are critical shortages of vaccination shots in the country. The main method of registration is through a government website, but it is in English, a language that 90% of Indians can't speak, read, or write. The pandemic's disparities already were stark in India, where access to healthcare is as stratified and unequal as many other parts of society. Now wealth and technology is further widening those chasms, and millions are falling through the gaps. That worries health experts who say vaccine inequality could hamper India's already difficult fight against a virus that has been killing more than 4,000 people a day in recent weeks. India's vaccination campaign began in January with a goal of inoculating 300 million of its nearly 1.4 billion people by August. So far, however, it has fully vaccinated a little over 42 million people, or barely 3% of its population. The government didn't reserve enough shots for the campaign, and it was slow to scale up vaccine production. Then, with the country recording hundreds of thousands of new infections daily, the government on May 1st opened up vaccination to all adults. That made an already bad shortage even worse. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.